Okay, so we're recording. Yo, it's your boy Enigma September. You're now in tune. You're tuning in to another episode of the Enigma Sept Hour. This part is being recorded on YouTube. So if you're, hope you're watching from YouTube. If you are, make sure to smash that subscribe button, the share button, and also what else? Oh yeah, the like button. I would like if you like the like button. That would be great. So, guess we get into it, man. Oh, I know, cause should I? Yeah, my man Big Low, my man Backpack Beats. Y'all make sure to check out their content here on YouTube as well. Actually, I'm gonna announce it later in the show, but my man Big Low did his first live. You guys just heard my phone, great. His first live on YouTube. So that should be available. Anyway, let's get ready to start the show. Oh, duh. If you want to check out the podcast, the audio podcast, you can check out the audio podcast over at freedomtrainradio.com. Hopefully, should have the graphics somewhere down below, should pop up somewhere. I'm getting my Premiere Pro, Adobe Premiere Pro grind. I know you guys seen some of the graphics last episode. So hopefully that will become a thing. And yeah, so just check down below. I have the website. So freedomtrainradio.com is where this episode and all the other episodes of the Enigma Sept Hour will be available. So let's go ahead and get into the recording of the podcast. How about that? Boom, 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 and we are back. It's your boy Enigma September, and this is the Enigma Sept Hour. What you just heard was BLM by the homie King OB. Man's definitely getting his grind on, just pumping out songs. I think he's over there in Connie Boy's studio. Shouts out to Nario the Dunn. Shouts out to man King OB, man. Strong song, something that's needed, and yeah. So big up to him. Tonight's guest, or today's guest, or this. I gotta remember I'm not doing the live show anymore, so no one cares about what time it is when I'm recording. Also, too, just to let y'all know, man, I'm giving y'all all of the raw. I don't really edit the podcast. I don't really edit my live either. So yeah, you don't see me cutting in and outs. Like, hold up, that vocal didn't go together. Yeah, y'all getting everything raw, direct. No editing, no pretentiousness. This is it. Anyway, and I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, the guest for the night. Guest of the night. Now I know last week I was saying it was gonna be Jody Somerville. Some things came up, so he wasn't able to make it. However, we do have Tokyo.Extra0rdinaire. She'll be back in the building. So we're still getting the R&B vibes, man. It's still R&B vibes. So deal with it. And she did it on the fly, man. But she got some good songs. And I have a surprise for her. I need to make sure I have that surprise on deck. So when it goes, it's about to go down. Yeah. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in to episode 98 of Freedom Train presents the Enigma Sept Hour. We are almost at the century mark. This is amazing. 100 shows, 100. I got some bad news, actually. I can start off with some bad news. I think my old episodes of the Enigma Sept Hour are gone. Yeah, I think I have a bad feeling. I tried to look for them on Blog Talk Radio and Google Podcasts, and they were not there. The titles were there, the dates, but the audio, poof. Now, the question may be, Surely you saved your old episodes. Yeah, nah. I think I have a few in my old computer, my old computer. So I'm gonna check that out for you guys to see. But yeah. May have messed up, man. Damn, that hurt. Oh well. Let's get into. I know y'all looking for the news. Y'all like, yo, E, what is going on? And I try to assume that most of you guys who listen to the podcast aren't really up to. I'm hoping I'm a source of education about what's going on in hip hop, somewhat. Hope you guys just aren't thinking I'm gonna just make everything funny. I should. That's the whole aim, but but anyway, big news. Start off top. It has been a bad week for mid 2000s hip hop. Yeah. Now it's funny because no, it's not funny. Both incidents are not funny at all. However, when it comes to my belief of what's the worst era in hip hop, not right now. I know a lot of you guys are thinking, oh, the worst era is now. No. It might get close, but no. To me, the worst era of hip hop was the ringtone era, which was like the late 2000s. So from like 2005 to 2009, pretty much between the Houston Screw, I can't say revival. It wasn't a revival. It was kind of like a peak. Like Screw had been around since the late 90s. Like R.I.P. to George Floyd, Big Floyd. But yeah, it kind of really got popular in 2005 with, Mike Jones and with Chameleonaire. What's the white boy name? Not Bubba Sparks. I can remember Bubba Sparks, but I can't remember Paul Wall. Go figure. But anyway, so you had all those people that was really like blowing up in 2005. But like from 2005 to 2009, you had the auto-tune / ringtone era. Sorry, T-Pain. Love you, guy. But anyway, I figured that era was like the worst era in hip hop. It was just everything was lazy. You had a bunch of one-hit wonders and a bunch of copycats that everyone was just trying to do what was hot to try to get on. Granted, I may be a little biased because that was the peak, if you will, of me and my crew trying to get on. So maybe I'm a little salty, but yeah. But actually, first person I'm gonna talk about, I actually put him in a song that I wrote, Hurricane Chris. So if you don't know by now, Hurricane Chris has been arrested, I believe, for second-degree murder. He apparently, it was supposed to be a carjacking, or the law enforcement assumed it was a carjacking, but they discovered after watching videotape from the convenience store that it was more so a deliberate killing. So Hurricane Chris, who I think his godmother or his aunt, Enigma, you didn't research that? You don't have notes? But anyway, either his godmother or his aunt or both is or was a former Texas representative. I know she was a Texas representative. I don't know if you guys remember the video of Hurricane Chris rapping in the Texas government legislative chamber. It's not edited. This is not edited. This is raw and uncut. Anyway, yeah, it was because of the position that his godmother or aunt held at the time. But anyway, neither here or there. He's locked up right now. No, apparently, no, I take it back. I think he got out on bond. He may be out on bond, but yeah, it's not a good look, especially if they have video evidence. Yeah, back to blue? Nah. Nah, we're not backing the blue over here. The blue got enough backing. How about that? Abolish police unions. Yeah. That's what I'm looking for. And also, if you haven't heard, the other news is you need to arrest the killers, police that killed Breonna Taylor too. Yeah, check on that right now, for real. But in other sad news, unfortunately, someone has reached the, I guess the same place as Breonna Taylor, unfortunately. Was he from St. Louis? I think he was from St. Louis. St. Louis rapper Huey, known for the song Lock, Drop, and Pop It, was murdered today. Today being June 26th. Let me check the date. Yeah, so I don't know much of the details about that. I just know I woke up this morning from my slumber. It was all over Twitter. And I haven't seen much about it on Facebook yet. People are still arguing about if we should celebrate Black Lives Matter. Idiots. Anyway, yeah, man. So rest in peace to Huey, man. Just sucks. I know he was only 32 years old, which is young. I didn't think he was that young. I thought he was closer to my age. I would have thought he was like 38. Well, I guess he was like 18 when the song popped off. You know, think about him and what was it, Jaquan? What a Mims. Y'all kind of one-hit wonders from back then. Hurricane Chris. You know, Hurricane Chris had 2 hits. It wasn't just "Hey Baby." Yeah, Hurricane Chris had another song that was fire. But yeah, man, it just kind of what heard the news kind of made me think of all those, like, you know, ringtone rappers of the late aughts. And but anyway, man, rest in peace, man, and peace to Huey and his family. That's not cool. I don't care how whack the era was. It's not cool seeing somebody pass away, man. So, what we have next on the docket, E. See, it's not easy when it's just me, you know? I don't have anybody to push me along. I know you guys are like, well, you used to have your guests come in and help you out. Yeah, you're right. You're right, I did. Maybe I should get back to that. I don't know. I don't know. COVID seems to be doing a terrible job at keeping people safe. I want people back so I can have someone to keep me going, keep me on topic. It's not happening. No one's here. I gotta have fee retreat to the bedroom quarters because Kobe don't know how to keep his mouth shut. And it doesn't sound well on podcast or YouTube. Sounds real unprofessional. Like me being in the corner of our dining room area. But hey, you guys get to see Mackenzie. You see, where my baby at? Bing. How about that? Let me see. Speaking of one-hit wonders, Spice. I'm joking. Young kids gonna hate me. Jay Prince had some words for NBA YoungBoy. It's quite shocking. Well, I don't know. Jay Prince has been like really getting on his talking noise on Instagram. I don't know why he's so excited about doing that. It's kind of a middle ground. One end is like, hey, man's regulating, but it's like, bro, you doing it via Instagram. When people have told him, yo, Jay, we don't think that's, you know, legit being on some gangster, but he continues to do it. So it must be working for him. Let me see if I can play a piece of it.
And for weakness, but you're a dumb boy with limited thinking ability and disrespectful.
Disrespect.
Talking slick and acting like you and your brother wasn't down with me, letting it be known you were mob ties connected.
Oh.
But I talked to your brother.
Talk to your bro.
And I believe every word he said about you knowing because he's been solid with it. I've known your brother for years and never witnessed no weak shit.
Hey.
We good.
Hey, he says, brother good, but young boy need to get his act, man. Now, what's kind of crazy to me is Jay Prince coming up talking to the NBA young boy like, hey, get your act together. Where was Can't think of the full name now. Where was your boy Mayweather? I'm tripping. When young boy was going through all the drama with his daughter, Mayweather couldn't regulate. Granted, Jay Prince doing it via Instagram. I don't know if he had young. It's kind of crazy. Like, do he not have his number? He couldn't let him know that, or maybe young boy wasn't picking up. So Jay Prince is like, "Oh, you a jit? Bet I know where you will hear me." The world gonna know what's going on since you don't want to pick up. That's probably what it is. I think a lot of people are like, why couldn't he just pick up the phone? Maybe because, you gotta have a receiver. The receiver isn't picking it up, then what's the point? All right, I'm going to Instagram. I was gonna tell you privately, but now I'm gonna tell you publicly to know that you fucking up. And Jay Prince ain't somebody you want to fuck up with. Man said mob ties, dog. I'm good. Yep. Matter of fact, we're gonna keep it moving because I don't want them problems. I don't want no problems at all, dog. No, sir. Not Jay Prince, bro. Anyway, speaking of problems, somebody who didn't want to smoke, Eminem didn't want to smoke. Ooh, so I'm trying to remember, did I? So apparently, there was a leaked verse of Eminem's. It was, I know it wasn't a Conway. It wasn't Conway. I'm tripping. It wasn't a Beanie the Butcher. It was Conway's song that he had with Eminem, right? The original version came out, and Eminem had some words about Revolt and about Joe Budden. So Joe Budden brushed it aside. He realized it was just old news. We weren't supposed to get out, so he was like, I ain't even tripping on it. Revolt, on the other hand, was like, you know what? Fuck Eminem. Fuck you, dog. But Eminem saw the weary of his ways, and then he backslid. He backed up and said, you know what? Yeah, fuck me. That verse wasn't supposed to get out. I was tripping. There we go. So, I don't know. I guess I'm kind of tripping because a lot of people kind of look at M and think that M only goes for like weak subjects. So white rappers, pop artists. Forget the fact that he went after cannabis and Ja Rule. They don't count those. But it's almost kind of play into that whole idea because Revolt is owned by Puffy. And I guess you can count Revolt as a black channel, like as BT or TV1. Or is it TV1? No, it's Radio 1. Whatever. It's a black channel. It's a black-owned channel. Puffy owned it. Whatever. So it's kind of funny because it's like, did M retreat or retract? Not only because it wasn't supposed to be leaked, but retracted because it's a black channel, and if he doesn't have an advantage over a black person, he cowards. Yeah, ain't you an Eminem fan? I'm not biased, idiots. I'm not. I would criticize Eminem. I always criticize Eminem. But yes, he's still in my top 5. I'm sorry. It's not gonna change now. I'm almost 40. Hey, you know, my top 5 is been this for 20 years now. Like, why would I change it? It is what it is at this point. Yeah. So speaking of Ja Rule's in the news. This guy apparently decided to do some video, some commercial for some Greek shop, I guess in New York. The internet blew up. Of course, 50 had something to say about it. But I guess it turned out that it's supposed to be some kind of, not prank, but some kind of, like he's supposed to be like looking out for the people or something, or some TV show. I don't know. All I know is Outlaw Beats hit me up. I was like, look at this. And I was like, I already seen it. Yeah, Outlaw and Felicia. They like sending me news. I've seen like 2 hours before. You seen this? Yeah, clearly you don't follow me on Twitter because I've already retweeted it 2 hours ago. And Joe is even worse. Like, she caught me a couple times. Couple times she done caught me. She's like, you seen this? Like, oh, snap, no. She feel all victorious because she got me news before I read it or seen it. But yeah, a lot of times she'll get me, she'll get in there, pause, like maybe 2 hours. She'd be like 2 hour behind. Not really, really bad. But Outlaw, like, you'd be like 12 hours late. It'd be something I saw when I woke up this morning. He'll hit me up like at 9 o'clock at night. Like, yo, E, you saw this? I'm like, yeah. This is a Ja Rule commercial.
Run down to some of my favorites. They got Tzatziki. Hold on. Occupied Kia. Well, but it's good. I will lie mono food.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Yeah, it was on YouTube. Ja Rule's hilarious commercial for Papa Cristo, Greek's Deli. So shouts out to Papa Cristo. That's the thing about it, though. As much as people clown and be like, yo, like, who did this? Who mans is this? Apparently is Irv Gotti's man. But who mans is this? Who doing it? But, hey, for Papa Cristo, they straight. I'm pretty sure the orders are out the roof right now because, yo, the name is everywhere. Marketing, man. Sometimes it's not bad. Sometimes maybe I need to take off my shirt, show my nipples. Maybe that'll blow. Get my YouTube numbers up. How about that? Catch me outside. How about that? Huh? You know what? It's funny. I told y'all I don't be editing and stuff, but guess what? Y'all finna see some editing. It's gonna be quite hilarious. I can do it, first of all. Hey, you. Oh, let me find out. Okay, so of course you guys know that this past weekend was Father's Day. And yo, a big shout out to my baby Felicia. I know I was just talking smack about her trying to give me news and not realizing that I'm a journalist. Part of being a journalist and also I guess a facilitator of information is that you stay on top of your information. I'm totally not going to get into this rhyme sayer predicament. Shouts out to Marcel P. Black for putting that on the nets, putting it in front of me. All I'm gonna say is, man, don't let these indie rappers or underground rappers like get you confused. They just as nasty as the mainstream. It's a cultural thing. So apparently, with the rhyme sayer situation, rhyme sayer is a underground label based in Minneapolis, and a couple of their rappers they got removed from the roster due to not rumors, but I guess there was accusations of sexual abuse and are just being creepy, I guess. And like I said, you kind of think in underground hip hop is more, I don't know, what's the word? Egalitarian? What's my name on Twitter now? Egalitarian? Nah, nope. It's not equal. A lot of women face the same sexual harassment, stalking, assaults in any space, unfortunately. Now, is it a reflection of hip hop? I don't think so. Is it a reflection of just the American culture? Unfortunately, probably, yeah. And that seeps through any of the subcultures that you have within this culture. So, so to the victims, send my heart and I can say condolences, but hey, apologize, man. Just we gotta do better. I told y'all last episode. I remember saying that. Let's do better. Let's do better when it comes down to our lady friends and Conrads in the game. Let's do better. For real. I meant that. That just wasn't emotion last week. I meant that. We got to do better. But speaking of doing better, my baby came through for Father's Day. Now, granted, I told her this, and I tell the world, the best feeling, the best gift I received on Father's Day was waking up to my daughter pouncing on my back, telling me to get up because her and Felicia, that's her word for Felicia, because I told her to call Felicia Miss Felicia, and she put the words together, and she says Felicia. But yeah, she woke me up, man, telling me they had cooked me breakfast. That was by far the best feeling that I've had, period, and but this week and for Father's Day. But man, in a distant second, in what was a great day, my baby went and got me. I'm sorry for you podcast listeners because you can't see, but she got me this Outkast H.E. Aliens vinyl. Boy, look at here. And yes, I have not opened it. It's not open. Hey, give you guys some homework. How about this? Let me know if I should do one of those unpacking videos on YouTube. How about that? Huh? Guys like that. But yo, anybody who knows me, and Felicia knows me, but even those, you can hear it. Ooh. Show some love to Felicia, man. Yeah. But man, this is my favorite album of all time. And it's my favorite album of all time, even though I don't think it is Outkast's best album. So don't get it twisted. I think Aquemini is their best album. But it's one of my favorite albums because of the time that when it came out. The summer of '96 was crazy. And I mean, on front, I was going to give y'all the whole spiel, and it was going to be controversial to give y'all a whole story of what happened the summer of '96 when it came down to me. But I decided, you know what? I'm not going to do them like that. But just know, those who know what happened the summer of '96. But we'll get a short version. I really didn't fall in love with Outkast off top. It wasn't until Get Up, Get Out. They dropped Get Up and Get Out. That's what really made me interested in Outkast as a group, as a music artist. Before then, I was kind of hating. I ain't gonna front. Because I think with Players Ball, they was talking about smoking. And at that time, in my little 13, 14-year-old head, anybody that talked about smoking, I was like, boo, like, you trying to be the loonies, bro. You trying to be the loonies. Get out of here. So when they came out with Players Ball, I was like, man, you just want to be loony niggas. All right, whatever. And then they dropped Southern Playalistic. And I remember having that song stuck in my head. So, of course, clearly I liked it. But I was still kind of like, all right, they cool, they straight. But when Get Up, Get Out came out, and just to let y'all know, I've been woke for that long. So when Get Up, Get Out came out, I was like, okay, yeah. So that summer, I was in the IB program, and we went to summer camp. Or not even summer camp, it was like a day retreat. So it was his day retreat, and somebody had Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music. They played the whole album. I think it was my man Capri. It was either Capri or Ian, one of them. But they played the whole joint, and I fell in love. So when this album was being announced and coming out, and I remember they had I could be wrong. I don't know if it was this one or Aquemini. They had the little ad that was like Sooner Than You Think. But I remember the ad for this was coming out, and I was excited, like, okay, I want to see what they're going to come with. But boy, when I heard Elevators, like, I was like mad hype because, like, I remember, man, it's a sound. It just sounded spacey just as much as this album cover looks like. And I was just like dumb excited, like, yo. So, but moving forward, I gotta move out of here. Moving forward, by the time it did drop, It was probably one of the toughest times for me while I was in high school. I'm not getting emotional. I had to burp. But no, it was tough, but it was a good tough. Like it was one of those times where I really showed discipline, self-discipline, at that age. But this was the soundtrack. So the fall, winter of '96, even though it dropped, I think that's August. The fall, winter of '96, this was my soundtrack. This what got me through, man. Get me through this time. So shouts out to Outkast, shouts out to L.A. Reid, Babyface is on here, Organized Noise, KP, who I've met before. Shouts out to KP. Everybody on here. Outkast, LaWaza Green, whoever that is, the vet Singletary, Nigel Sawyer, Frank Gomez, who was it? Vince Robinson, Big Rube, John Harper, Guineas Mosby, Deborah Killings. Deborah Killings is the key to Outkast success. Bet that up. Big Skinny, holla at me. I know Big Skinny know what I'm talking about. Shouts out to Joy. Yeah, man. Flavor Unit. Look at that. Anyway, man. Certified classic in my book. I don't care what anybody says. I don't want to just put this anywhere. But yeah, shouts out to my baby Felicia. Anyway, we're going to take a pause for the calls, going to this next track. And then I got my guest coming through, my girl Tokyo. So what we got? We got on lock. My man Shem. Put a whole R in that man name. Shem Rivera featuring Parris Chavis. Shouts out to Parris, man. I know y'all here doing this thing. This is on lock. It's your boy Enigma September. You listen to the Enigma Sept Hour. You got time, baby. All right, boom, 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 and we're back. It's your boy Enigma September. This is the Enigma September episode 98, and what you just heard was on lock, my man Shem Rivera featuring Parris. Oh, it's not Parris. That sucked. I met him before. He's tall. Parris Chavis, and yeah, I got my girl in the building. Tokyo, what's good?
What's good, bro? It's been a minute, man.
Word. Now you did mention that you spelled your name wrong on the video.
Yeah, I was like, who did that?
Yo,
I did it. Apparently,
it's kind of wild because I was just like, I think I spelled it wrong. So
I tripped out when I saw it. I was like, I don't know if I did that or if you did, but I'm pretty sure it was me.
But actually,
So,
no,
yeah.
that's you. Because I get confused with the Y and the K because you got it flipped or something, don't you?
Yeah, nah, it's right, but it's easy to mess it up. Plenty of people did that before, and somehow I did the same thing. It wasn't intentional though. I don't know what happened, but
It's all right. I'm on this Adobe Premiere Pro. I may be able to go in and I won't. Nah, I ain't got the expertise.
I know it's all good. Yeah, that's what it would be today.
Yeah, I'm not on the I'm not on the just not expert level. I am on a very primitive beginner level. So yeah, man. Shouts out to you because it's the same little chop situation like when you do producing or whatever. So I have to go in there and like look at a wave and be like, all right, let me get this little slice out. Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
So how you been holding up, sis? What's good with you?
And I've been maintaining. You know, the last 6-7 months been crazy, but I've been maintaining. God is good, is all I can say.
Look here, don't be trying to make me cry off top, man. Look here.
That ain't what we gonna do.
Oh, God is good.
That's not what we gonna do.
Almost could have hit me with he don't make no mistakes. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm out. I can't. Man, I think I used to hit
Not
people.
real. I ain't coming to be heavy today.
No doubt. I ain't gonna front. I know and you know what we're talking about. I'm gonna get into it yet. But I ain't gonna front like it was. I thought it was being kind of not sneaky, but I thought it was kind of interesting, if you will. I make good content. Well, I can't say that sounded personal too. I really did care. I had my man Rick Tackler and Black Iron. You know, they ain't Black Iron. But of course he goes by I can't think why his new name. I said Black Iron. What's that boy? Oh, Papa Zany. Anyway, so I'll focus on something else. Like I got something for you. But no, so they was on here and Papa Zany or Black Iron, he lost his mom. And then Rick lost his sister around the same time. So like I mentioned that, and it was like I was genuinely interested, and I thought it'd be good for people to know. But on the flip, like I found myself getting kind of emotional. I'm like, dang, I was trying to hold myself together, and it was just like, it kind of backfired. You know what I mean?
You brought it up, or it just came up in conversation?
Yeah, it was. Well, I asked. I wanted to get into it for the sake of, because I want people to know one's personality and motivation and drive. So it was something that I felt like had to be talked about. I mean, especially even more so in your case, because for them, their music doesn't necessarily reflect it, but it does provide a motivation. As opposed to, you know, yours is actually kind of, and okay, just to let people know, unfortunately, Tokyo lost her mother recently. So, and it's integrated in your music. So to me, I think it's even more prevalent in regards to, you know, what you're doing, more so than there. But also too, the idea was to like show people like, look, like first of all, they're real people. They're just not regular rappers. But they also too to be like, okay, the music they're making, like there's a motivation behind it, there's a driving force, and that's part of it. You know what I'm saying? But doesn't get on that just yet. What I wanted to get into, and the reason why, and my this one sucked. Hold up. No, you can't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Man, still trying to be slick. God don't like ugly. God do not like ugly. Trying to be slick. And God said, no, sir. This ain't happening not right now. Hold up. There we go. I got something for you. I got something for you. You're gonna be like, oh. And it was just mad weird. Yeah, you should be. You should be. Yes. But this is one of the reasons why. This is one of the reasons why I so when Jody hit me up and said he couldn't be on the show, why you popped up in my head, because I already planned to do this just like weeks later, and it was like, hey, we can do this now. But yeah, so I was on YouTube.
No. Why?
For those who don't, from podcast land, I found some of the first videos that Tokyo recorded on YouTube.
I'm only proud of it because the beat was dope. But everything, nah. It was like a real like setup. I mean, not to say that my setup right now ain't any less janky, but it was real janky.
No, I think like one of them you was like, you could tell you was next to your closet or like almost
in
your
closet. Right. And for good, but horrible for like the visual.
Yeah, I mean it was literally what, 11 years ago. So
it was a while ago.
Yeah, so 2010. Like, let me find my video of me in 2010. And the thing about it, what, you had to be like in high school still? I was a grown man in 2010, and I was looking crazy.
I had just come up here, the video you just put up, I had just come up to Tallahassee to go to fam, and that was like my first beat that I made up here.
Oh, see, I'm surprised because I thought you was like in middle school. That's how. Yo, that's like young you look. I was like, yo, like that was your first perm or something. Like you just.
No.
I was like, yo.
That's funny.
Like, yo,
Yeah, that was probably like the last one though.
I get,
that was
yeah.
probably like the last before I was with it.
But nah, I just like I said, it was I think what happened was I was on YouTube and I think your page and therapy like typically comes up every now and then. So of course I was vibing to the, you know what I'm saying, first couple of videos. That's you know what I'm saying? I looks out and
yeah.
So I was starting skimming through and all of a sudden it was like 2010. I'm like, oh wow. All right. Let's get into it.
Oh man. Yeah, I hate you had to see that, but you know.
No, like you said, the beat was dope though. The beat was dope. Yeah. But yeah, also too, it was just dope to see the growth from then. I mean, you've always been dope, in my opinion. Like past dope, just almost genius level. You know what I'm saying, with your music. So to be able to see you at what looks like the Genesis, like that, it was. I literally watched for a minute until I started realizing I'm a creepy old man. Like, he 39 years old, sitting watching a video of a 16-year-old.
I was 20, man. At least like 18, 19.
You look 16. I was like, ain't want Fee to walk in here like, why are you looking at this little girl on TV? Like, yeah, let me let me get out of here. I look crazy. All right, so
that's the only reason I leave up.
No, you should keep it up. No, that is, like I said, it was good to see because you can see the growth, you know what I'm saying, from, you know, starting from, you know, at a keyboard, putting things together, and the talent was still there, to seeing you now doing, you know what I'm saying, full videos in the woods and just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's no, it's dope, man. It's dope. Like, keep that up so people will know, because you gonna blow up one way or another.
That's love, you know. That's love. That's the goal, and then you know, give back to the people. So that's the goal for sure.
No doubt. Okay, so now we can get into the more serious stuff. So, like I said, your mom passed away. Has it been about 6 months now?
Like 6, 7 months, yeah.
Okay. And I mean, I don't even think I can even ask you how it affect you, because I know. Well, I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. So all I can do is, you know.
I mean, she battled cancer for 3 years, man. She was a soldier. That's still the strongest person I know. So, you know, for anybody who's dealt with death in that kind of way, where you kind of like, it's this teetering of like, how's this gonna go? Okay, it came back. All right, you beat it. Okay, it came back. So it's a constant, like, you know, this struggle of like, okay, I have faith. And then you just watching so much stuff happen, and you're watching their body kind of change. So you kind of have time to like prepare yourself. At the same time, if you are a person of faith, like in the back of your brain and the front of your brain, it's always like, they gonna make it. So for her to not make it, you know, in the way that I wanted her to survive it and beat it and still be here, that was tough. And to be there, you know, those last like few weeks, seeing, you know, the progression of it and how aggressive that disease is, man. Cancer is a beast. So I'm grateful that I was able to spend that time with her, but you know, it doesn't take the fact that I still miss her like crazy. She was in my dream last night. So, you know, I still miss her like crazy, and it definitely affected me in a way. Thank God it didn't break me, but it allowed me to view life a lot differently. I'll say that.
Right, right. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of one of my exes. Her mom passed while we was together, and it was kind of like it was almost kind of like split in that I know me and my mom was trying to like help her keep the faith versus not okay say versus, but on the other end, her dad and her sister were just being realistic about it, and so we was trying to like, huh?
You'll find that it's a divide. You know, I saw it in my own family. You know, there were some people that were just like, I'm gonna take it for what it is, like, you know, and then other people that was like faithful almost to like a fault. So I get that like 100%, and you can't, you know, judge people for how they handle it, because it is what it is. So we all have our coping mechanisms and how we deal with it. So I understand that for sure. Like the one side of, you know, being super faithful, and the other side of just like, okay, this is probably what it's gonna look like. So I understand both sides.
Yeah, and that's what kind of hit me when she finally succumbed. It was cancer as well. Like I remember she called me, and this can't compare. I wouldn't even compare it, not even to her. But like I remember when she told me it happened and she hung up, and I remember I just dropped to the floor. And I'm typically not hurt like with death or whatever, but I think what got me was we had been trying to pump her up with so much like faith and trying to just keep believing, boom, boom, boom. And when that didn't happen, like that's what floored me. It was just like, I almost kind of felt guilty, like, should I have continued to pump that? Should I have been a realist or whatever? So that's probably the closest I've gotten to even having any understanding. But typically what I tell people, like, my dad has always said, his mom passed when he was 12. He was like, the pain doesn't leave. Like, you're going to feel the ways, forever. That was 50 years ago now for him. And also too, like you said, it's a new reality. It's just, you learn how to function. So, but I would say, and then me personally, I just say, like, don't, like I said, she came to your dream last night. Like, don't be afraid of thinking that, you ever gonna forget her or, memories lost or whatever. Because at the end of the day, as long as you here, she here. Point blank, period.
Yeah, man, that's how. Man, I got pictures all around the house. I got a picture in my car, like she ain't leaving my memory. And I know, like, even some of her coworkers, like, they came to like the viewing and was talking to us, and one of the guys was saying that he was like, as long as you keep her here and here, like, she ain't gone. And that stuck with me. So she ain't going nowhere, man. Like, I always got her with me. So
no doubt. Plus, if I'm correct, you kind of messed me up. What song is it? What's the song you got when I believe she's like talking in the beginning of it?
Oh, I got two of them. I got the other side. She's talking at the beginning of that one, and on Prepared Play, she's talking at the end of it.
Okay.
So she's immortalizing that one.
But it was the other side. It was the other side. I was listening to it, and she was like, "This is Felicia," and of course, that's my fiance's name. So I was like, hit me like, oh, like dang, like, oh, yeah, all right, Tokyo, you got one. But I saw the good side of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of those things where there's something, like you said, something that her being immortalized, and those words being able, not just for you, in particular for you, but also too, like, just for the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, you hit me, I'm pretty sure you hit other people. And that's the gift. That's the gift that she gave, and then the gift that you're able to give. You know what I mean? And that's what's beautiful about this art.
Yeah. That's why, like, kind of like what you were saying about forgetting her, like, that's never on my mind, because I'm always finding ways to represent her, you know, each day, whether it's through music, whether it's just through my regular everyday life. So I don't see that being a thing. Like she's always on my mind. So.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Now also too, shouts out to your pops. I saw, you know what I'm saying, you gave him the Father's Day shout out on Instagram or whatever.
Yeah, man, that's the goat.
I thought that was I was like, all right.
Yeah, man, that's the goat right there, man. I love that man. Like he's super solid. Super solid. So he's definitely got me through this process, man. Like he's just very strong, like mentally, just physically, like that's my soldier. So yeah. Shout out to my dad. Hey, Daddy. Yeah.
Shouts out to Pops. Now, granted, you all your mama, though. Because I was like, yeah, that's her daddy. My mama gave her all the genes. I was like, nah.
So, wow. Depending on who you talk to, they'd be like, nah, that's you all day. If I'm with my dad, if I'm with my mom, it's like, oh, that's you all day. I have my mom's frame, so like I walk in the room with people that know her, be like, oh my God, because I look like her physically. So that blows me. Like, it's the way I look, or I really look like her. Like, do I just have her frame? People be like, oh my God, I thought you was her. So I guess it just depends on who I'm talking to.
Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen to my baby. Like right now, like it's like a mix of
Your
like.
baby got your whole face though. Like that's
Yo,
you.
that's You know what's crazy? I never wanted that. I never wanted that. I've always wanted to be a father, but I was always like, yo, I want my babies to look like their mama. Like I'm straight. I know I ain't gonna pick no ugly chick. So it's like
Your daughter. Well, man, y'all genes are just strong. Like you look like your pops. Like them genes just strong. But your daughter's beautiful, man.
yeah. I mean that's what's crazy. I'm like, yo, she has my features, but she's beautiful. What? Like God is crazy. So, but I've been telling Fee, like she's been saying the same thing. She's like, you got strong genes. I'm like, I don't care. I think Mackenzie got all my genes. I think she got all my DNA. We made this boy. Right. Like, that was it. Like, boom. Ain't no more. So I was like, this new baby gonna look like, I was like, this new baby, especially if it's a boy, I was like, this new baby gonna look like you or like your daddy. That's it. But other than that.
Like you said, y'all plan and try it, or you got one on the way?
No. Yeah, let me clarify. Let me clarify.
I was like, hold up.
We are planning. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to knock it out soon. I ain't gonna front. I'm trying to. She probably in the back, like I know this boy ain't telling all my business on this podcast, but I got a whole weekend before she found out what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm trying to make a honeymoon baby. Ain't gonna no lie, cause
all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 40. I turn 40 in September, and then we get married like the month after. Yo, I'm trying.
Of this year?
Yeah, this year.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get her pregnant like for Halloween.
My God.
I'm trying.
You wild.
I'm old. That's what it is. If I was like 25, if I was like backpack, you know what I'm saying? His wife, we sit back. We got some time. We ain't even 30 yet. That's cool. I'm 40. Hey, I'm not trying to.
Man, time ticking.
Yeah, I ain't trying to be around here 45 years old changing diapers. No. That baby by the time I'm 45, that boy better be potty trained. How about that? Forget, nah. So, I'm trying to.
And it take off, and my niece just like took off. So, like, the time gonna fly.
Oh, yeah. No, like, I was just telling Fee, like, even with Mackenzie, like, I remember when she was, like, in my arms and, like, waiting for the times that I can really, like, talk to her and, like, teach her stuff. And then just this week, we went and bought some stuff on the wall, like, alphabets and animals and stuff like that. And I was teaching her, like, the senses. I think she knows the senses. but I was just using the little grouse, and it's like that's what I've always wanted, was to be able to do that. So, yeah, man, yeah, parenthood is wild. Like you said, it come at you quick, come at you real quick. Need to come quick, because honeymoon, I'm gonna come quick. You know, I said it. Y'all mad? Yes, you heard it. I said it. I said it. You heard it. Did Enigma just say that? Yes, I did. I did. Be quick. Please be getting pregnant real quick.
Oh.
Get it done. Yo, let's get out of here before I get too crazy. So we're gonna go ahead and play 2 of Tokyo's tracks, man, and then we're gonna come back and let y'all know what she got going on moving forward. So we got Tell Me, I love this song. Tell Me and Ride, and then we'll be right back. This is the Enigma Sept Hour. You got time, baby. Boom, 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 and we are back. This is your boy Enigma September, and this is the Enigma Sept Hour. What you just heard was Tell Me Lies and Ride by Tokyo.Extra0rdinaire. And yeah, like I said, that Tell Me joint, like I really love that song. Like I was really vibing. What was the vibes, you know what I'm saying, with especially with these new batch of songs that you've been coming out with, like what was the vibes behind these tracks?
For the Clickin EP, obviously like it's a relationship type EP. And honestly, not all of it is just for me, man. There's so many people that I draw inspiration from. So if it's friends, you know, if it's family, just people I talk to, you know, at the 9 to 5, like I'm always drawing inspiration for music. So some of the songs were directly inspired from like my own relationship. And then some of the other songs were like just drawn from different experiences I'm on, you know, on the phone, having conversations with different people. And I'm like, I would say like I'm pathetic in that way, where I'm like, I felt what you just said, and in order for me to release what you just told me, I can get that off of me. I gotta get it out some kind of way. So, you know, I'm not about to go tell nobody else. So let me put it in music and figure out how to make it make sense and still be melodic and still be heartfelt. So
Right.
That's what that project was about, releasing all of that energy, man. So,
Yo, that's wild. That's wild. I mean, you know, I kind of relate to storytelling. That's my MO. So, but I realize like with storytelling, a lot of times it's stuff that you see and then you just regurgitate it. I don't know if I said that word right, but just, you know, spit it back out because it's. Right. But I never thought it was like energy though. That's dope.
Yeah. That heavy feeling, sometimes you feel like, you know, depending on who you talk to, you may either feel light after the conversation or you may feel kind of heavy. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes people just need an ear. And again, I'm not the kind of person that's going to run and tell somebody else. So it's like, how do I, you know, make this make sense? So no one will ever know what was from somebody else and what was from my actual relationship. So it's fair, I would say. Nobody feels exposed. You know, it just seems like it's coming from my perspective. But a lot of those stories, it's, you know, a variation between some stuff from me and then some stuff from other people around me. So, yeah.
And maybe that means that your music is an enigma because no one knows.
I like that. I like how you said
that. I mean, honestly, yeah, that's where I get the name from. It's like, yo, I'm gonna make this music, make you think. Like, you may think it's about me, and nope, about somebody else. All right, so then you drop, like I said, drop a couple of videos or whatever. Okay, why is Google doing that? What was the process behind that? Because I mean, then like also too, like who shot the videos, all of that, because it was like they look really nice, and it really adds a nice touch. So I mean, music already dope, but these videos really make it pop off.
That was the goal, man. So, you know, I put this like short video out on my Instagram, I think like in January before I even dropped Prepared Place, which is the first song. So I created this company last year called 7 Figure Vision merch. Go ahead and shout that But yeah, man, so I created that company last year. Yeah, and it was like right before my mom passed, actually a couple months before my mom passed, and the company kind of like I developed the principles around, you know, just some things that were going on in my life, and then as I saw her like fighting for her life and just the resilience and like the faith and just so many different things I was able to learn from her in that process. I developed a lot of the principles from that. So I was just trying to figure out how I was gonna get myself out of being in that space if I just lost my mom and not losing my mind. So it was like, okay, I'm gonna make this 7-figure vision thing, and each month I'm gonna put out some new music. It may be a video attached to it, it may not be, it may be a giveaway or some merch. However, I'm gonna do it. Like I'm just gonna make sure I'm consistent each month. So Lewis, aka L Smooth, aka Entreproducer, we work together. What'd you say?
That man do everything.
He really do. My guy really does everything. But yeah, shout out to bro. That's at Entreproducer on IG. But yeah, man. So he shot the video for Clickin last year. That was the first video I ever shot for my own stuff. And I just told him like I'm trying to really go hard with it this year. So he's been shooting all the videos, man. Like we shoot them from my phone just so we clear. People really be thinking we got like a full set of equipment. We shoot them from my phone. I edit them on my phone. And that's all intentional, just for anybody that's thinking we really got a big crew at hand. It's just us two. I may have like a friend or somebody come along. But for the most part, just me and Lewis, man. And, you know, I tell him like, this is what I'm going for. And he really make that thing come to life. And we just learning and growing together. So, yeah, man, I'm just excited and super grateful to have people that's on the same page, on the same wave, and we just building together. So I'm just looking to kind of continue to build.
Yo, that's crazy. You say you did the videos on your phone.
Yeah, they're shot and edited on my phone. Every single video we've shot has been shot and edited on my phone.
What kind of phone you got? You gonna say iPhone? I already know. What kind of phone you got?
Yeah, iPhone.
I ain't mad.
Yeah,
I'm still team Android. Yeah, I got my Galaxy 10. What? It is what it is.
It was inspired too.
So I don't know. I don't. I be so anti-Apple, but I'm already eyeballing a Mac.
But you know what?
Yeah, eyeballing the MacBook because trying to get into not just the podcast stuff, but the videos and stuff, and trying to edit all that. Yeah, nah, these Windows ain't.
Yeah.
Windows acting crazy, so I was like, might have to do it. Hopefully it pay off. But anywho, we're gonna go ahead, man. Well, before we get up out of here, first I just want to say again, you already know I would support you 100%. If there's anything that I can do, you know what I mean, as far as, you know, getting this music out, promoting, whatever I can do, you know what I'm saying, rather it's here, Underground Railroad, me and JC, like, we got you, you know what I mean? I'm always going to look out for you, you know what I mean, especially now.
That's love. I appreciate it, man, for real.
No doubt, no doubt. So even though they should already know from the last episode, but we may have some new listeners and some new subscribers. So before we get up out of here, you can tell the people how they can get in contact with you. And now, yeah, tell people how they can get in contact with
you. So the best place I say, because if the Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff ever shut down, you can always find me at TokyoXMusic.com. But if you do want to follow me on any social media, that's at TokyoXMusic, TOKYO. It's not Takoyo like I wrote in the ain't it? But it's at TOKYOX Music, MUSIC. That's on all social media.
No doubt, no doubt. And also too, I have the information below on the YouTube description as well as the podcast description. So you guys can check that out there. Matter of fact, make sure you check that out there. Again, like I said, Tokyo is extremely talented, just easy to talk to, easy to be around. I love your spirit, your resilience, and then just the music is just so smooth and dope. Like, God, like this, man, like, yeah, I give the girls flowers. Let's give her flowers. Thank you.
That's love. I appreciate it, man. Like that's been a big thing for me too, man. Just honoring people while they're here, because when I say, losing my mom changed my perspective, it really makes me go hard every day, because you don't know when you could just not be here. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you always support me from jump and just showing love from jump. Like the love and respect always gonna be mutual, man. I appreciate you.
No doubt. Plus, I don't know. I may have to get some more about you. I may have to. Even I don't want to get nothing away, but I may need a beat or something. You know what I'm saying? I need one of your cheap joints. I need one of your cheap joints. I need one of the joints like you was making in a closet. Man, give me one of them. You get that for $35. You all right? Ain't nobody gonna want that.
We'll talk about it.
This is a keyboard. This is a keyboard joint. You can all right. Let me take that. But we'll talk about that anyway. Podcast listeners, continue to let people know, spread the word, share. You can actually go to freedomtrainradio.com and download the podcast. So you can download it, pass it to somebody else. Let people know. All right, spread the word. And also, too, feel free to hit me up. Got my contact information in the description. So feel free to hit me up. Let me know that you're listening. All right. And also, too, if you hit me up and tell me where you're coming from. Just don't add me on Twitter, because random people be adding me on Twitter and I don't know who y'all is. Or Facebook. No. On YouTube, again, smash that subscribe button, hit that like button, and leave a comment. Let us know. And before I get up out of here, big shout out to my man's Los Lawrence 718. I don't know how or what's happened, but I'm gonna take it. My man gave me my first $1,000 view video. I got the K next to it now. Looking, I'm like, hey.
Add effects back in, man.
Hey, I was happy with 100 views. Now I just got this one peak. Like, wait, what? Where did this come from? Man. Salute the mess my mic up. Salute the Los Lauren, allergic to failure, and be able to keep this thing rolling. So until next week, I'll see you guys later. This is the Enigma Sept Hour. You got time, baby.